All right, here's a good question. We're asked to rationalize the denominator. And you can, if you want, you're looking for the cube root of something. So you have to have three that are the same. So you could go ahead and multiply by the cube root of 25 and the cube root of 25, because you know in the end you're going to get just 25 because there's three 25s. But then you have to also multiply the top by the same thing. And that's going to give you a real big number. But rather than write the whole number, let me break it down a little bit. So you're going to get the cube root of 54 times 25 times 25. Now, cube root means I want to get three of the same thing. So, or three of a kind. So with 54, I could rewrite that as 27 times 2. And then the 25 is 5 times 5. And the other 25 is 5 times 5. All over 25. Then 27, I recognize that one as 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, times 2 times all of those 5s over 25. Now, cube root, 3 of a kind, so here's 3 right there. I can bring 1 3 out. Then these go away. There's 3 5s. I can bring 1 out, and those go away. And then inside, I'm left with 2 times 5, which is 10. And on the bottom, I have 25, which is 5 times 5. Then these 5s cancel, so I'm left with 3 times the cube root of 10 all over a 5. I'd like to divide the 5 into the 10, but one's in a cube root, one's not, so I can't. Now, another way you could have done that is this way. So cube root 54 over cube root 25. So cube root 54, let's do the 3 times 3 times 2 thing again. And on the bottom, let's split up that 25 to 5 and 5. So when I multiply to try and rationalize the denominator, I want to multiply by something that will be able to get rid of the denominator for me. Well, I already have 2 5s there, so really all I need to do is multiply top and bottom by another cube root 5. Because then on the bottom, I'm going to have the cube root of 5 times 5 times 5, which on the bottom will just come out to be a 5. Okay, see how we're getting that for maybe just a bit quicker. And then on the top, I've got 3 3s, so I can bring 1 3 out. And then inside, I'm left with this 2 and this 5, so that'll be 10. So on the top, I have a 3 cube root 10. So that answer the same. You can get to both ways the same. Now, the answer that some people leave the question at, whatever this thing here is, cube root of a big number over 25, getting to that point, that's giving you most of the points for the question. Because you have rationalized the denominator, you've gotten rid of the radical on the denominator. You just haven't simplified the top all the way, so you're going to get most points for that. Good question.